Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to our English news edition coming to you from Canal Algérie. I'm your host, Maysa Doumaz. To the headlines. The president of the state of Palestine, Mahmoud Abbas, left Algiers on Tuesday after a 3-day state visit. Mahmoud Abbas was greeted at his departure at the Lounge of Honor of the International Airport Houari Boumediene by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune. On Monday, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, awarded the President of the State of Palestine, Mahmoud Abbas, the Medal of the Friends of the Algerian Revolution. On his side, the Palestinian President awarded the President of the Republic the Great Medal of the State of Palestine, the highest Palestinian distinction. And the last local elections, the normalization of relations between the Makhzen and the Zionist entity, or the question of Western Sahara, all subjects mentioned in the last editorial of the magazine El Jaish. First in our news, the President of the State of Palestine, Mahmoud Abbas, left Algiers on Tuesday after a 3-day state visit. Mahmoud Abbas was greeted on his departure at the Lounge of the Honor of the Houari Boumediene International Airport by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune. The two presidents greeted the members of the diplomatic corps accredited in Algeria. After listening to the two anthems and the salute of the national emblem, the two heads of state reviewed a formation of the Republican Guard, which returned the salute. The president greeted the senior officials of the state and members of the government. The President of the Republic also greeted the members of the Palestinian delegation before the departure of the Palestinian President Abu Mazen. On Monday, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, awarded the President of the State of Palestine, Mahmoud Abbas, the Medal of the Friends of the Algerian Revolution. For his part, the Palestinian President awarded the President of the Republic the Great Medal of the State of Palestine, the highest Palestinian distinction.
بمناسبة زيارة الدولة التي يقوم بها إلى الجزائر صاحب الفخامة السيد محمود عباس رئيس دولة فلسطين، فقد قرر السيد عبد المجيد تبون رئيس الجمهورية صدر مصف الاستحقاق الوطني منح نظيره وشقيقه وسام أصدقاء الثورة الجزائرية. Would like to present His Excellency President Mahmoud Abbas the Medal of Algerian Revolution, France. وبدوره فإن صاحب الفخامة السيد محمود عباس رئيس دولة فلسطين قد قرر منح السيد عبد المجيد تبون رئيس الجمهورية الجزائرية الديمقراطية الشعبية القلادة الكبرى لدولة فلسطين، وهي أعلى درجة من أعلى وسام فلسطيني.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. نحن محمود عباس رئيس دولة فلسطين، رئيس اللجنة التنفيذية لمنظمة التحرير الفلسطينية، قررنا تقليد فخامة الرئيس عبد المجيد تبون رئيس الجمهورية الجزائرية الديمقراطية الشعبية القلادة الكبرى لدولة فلسطين، تقديراً لمكانته المرموقة وقيادته الحكيمة على المستويات الوطنية والعربية والدولية، وتثميناً عالياً لمواصلته الإرث الكبير لقادة الجزائر وشعبها الشقيق في دعم الشعب الفلسطيني ونصرة قضيته العادلة وتعزيز علاقات الأخوة الجزائرية الفلسطينية.
A dinner was given in honor of the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas and the delegation that accompanied him. A three-day official state visit which culminated in a joint statement in which Algeria's unwavering support for the Palestinian cause was emphasized. The details with Manal Maafa.
In the context of the historical and exceptional relations between the two brotherly countries, Algeria and Palestine, and following the invitation of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Mahmoud Abbas, the President of the State of Palestine, made a state visit from the 5th to the 7th of December 2021 to Algeria at the head of an important delegation. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, first welcomed his the President Mahmoud Abbas, a visit which expresses once again the relations of brotherhood and solidarity which have always depicted the history of the two brotherly peoples. For his part, President Mahmoud Abbas expressed his happiness to be in Algeria, a country that has always firmly supported the Palestinian cause since 1963. That is, long before the establishment of the Palestinian Liberation Organization, and gave it its full support, noting that the Algerian people consider the Palestinian cause as its main cause. During this visit, the two presidents had in-depth discussions one-to-one before they were extended to the two delegations. During these discussions, the two parties discussed all Arab and international issues of common interest, mainly the Palestinian cause. President Tebboune reiterated Algeria's solidarity with the Palestinian people and its unwavering support for their legitimate rights, including their right to build their independent state with Al-Quds as its capital. He said that the Palestinian cause is an issue which concerns all Arab and Muslim peoples, lovers of peace and justice, while denouncing the repressive practices committed by the Zionist entity against the Palestinians. For his part, Mahmoud Abbas praised Algeria's positions in support of the Palestinian cause in the African and international Arab forums, especially in the face of the latest attempts by the Zionist occupier to integrate the African Union and to disperse its ranks by relying on its allies. On the same occasion, he presented a paper on the abuses suffered by the Palestinian people. The two presidents discussed the issue of Palestinian national unity and agreed on the need to achieve it as soon as possible. In this context, Algeria expressed its readiness to host a conference unifying the ranks of the various Palestinian parties to achieve this goal under the flag of the Palestinian Liberation Organization, an initiative that the President Mahmoud Abbas strongly welcomed, saying it is a continuation of the many initiatives that Algeria has had in the past and which have led to decisive decisions, such as the ratification of the independent state of Palestine in November 1988 in Algiers. Regarding the Arab Summit to be held in Algiers next March, the two presidents expressed their hope to see this summit unifying the Arab peoples around the crucial issues of the Arab nation to their head, the Palestinian cause, and to meet the challenges facing the Arab peoples, especially in this sensitive, perilous situation. In this context, President Mahmoud Abbas thanked President Abdelmajid Tebboune for his decision to grant a donation of $100 million to Palestine, in addition to increasing the number of scholarships granted to Palestinian students to 300. At the end, the two presidents have instructed the two foreign ministers of the two countries to follow the installation of a joint commission.
The Palestinian Liberation Front welcomed on Tuesday the invitation of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, to hold a meeting of Palestinian factions in Algeria. The Palestinian Liberation Front also expressed its deep thanks to Algeria, which has always supported the Palestinian cause. The president of the Algerian-Palestinian Friendship Association, Asad Omar Qadri, also welcomed Algeria's efforts to hold a meeting of Palestine factions in Algeria to strengthen the Palestinian national unity, adding that the organization of this meeting in Algeria could be a concrete proof of Algeria's fixed position towards the Palestinian cause by considering it as a national cause. The magazine El Jaish discussed the latest local elections and the normalization of relations between the Makhzen and the Zionist entity, or the Western Saharan question. More details with Ines Killu.
Our country will triumph over all adversity. This is the title of the editorial of the magazine Al Jaish. In this new issue, the editorialist said that the elections of last November are the culmination of the institutional edifice of the state and the realization of the aspirations of the citizen to a better life, because putting Algeria in security and responding to the changes expected by the citizens. These local elections come to complete the process of building the institutions of the state on a sound basis, far from suspicions and shortcomings, as part of a vital process of reforms initiated to adapt the new institutional edifice to the provisions of the Constitution. As usual, within the framework of its constitutional missions, the National People's Army was on hand to ensure the security of these elections throughout the national territory without affording any excess or infringement on the smooth running of the electoral operation. Success that has thwarted the attempts to which the institutions of the state are facing with strength, firmness and rigor, succeeding in aborting some of them and demoting others, despite all the plots of the enemies or the Makhzen.
Foreign Affairs and National Community Abroad Minister Ramtan Al-Mamra received on Tuesday the Nigerian Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Gabriel Tanimu Aduda. During this meeting, the two ministers discussed several issues of common interest, as well as ways and means of developing bilateral relations between the two countries. The Ministry of National Education has been monitoring in several states the registration of a number of cases of COVID-19 disease in schools, affecting students in all three stages of education, as well as between teachers and supervisory staff, which in some cases have led to the suspension of studies. On this basis, the Ministry of National Education informs all members of the educational community that it has decided to change the date of the winter holidays for the academic year 2021-2022 from the evening of Thursday, December 9th, 2021 to the evening of Saturday, January 1st, 2022 for all regions, and the organization of a broad and intensive vaccination campaign in all educational establishments for the three educational phases against the coronavirus in coordination with the Ministry of Health during the week of Sunday 12th to Thursday, 16th of the current month. The Ministry of Trade launched on Monday the national file of Algerian products via its electronic site, a first according to the announcement of the Minister of the Sector, Canal on Monday in Blida province. More than 45 Algerian public and private companies are participating in the 29th edition of the International Fair of Dakar in Senegal, which is held since Monday until December 20th. These companies are active in the sectors of food industry, agricultural products, building material, beauty products, transport and services. This important African economic event is attended by 28 African, European, African and Asian countries. An opening ceremony was held on Monday. Participants said that Algerian products have invested the African market, and this thanks to their proven quality or the importance of joining the African efforts, and thus increase exports outside hydrocarbons and link win-win partnerships, especially with the entry into force of the FTAA, the African Continental Free Trade Area. Schools and rural schools or houses have been equipped with photovoltaic panels in Tiaret province. The use of solar energy is increasingly adopted in these remote areas, and this will change a lot in this gray zone. Rania Al-Bahri.
And rural houses in Tiaret province have been equipped with photovoltaic panels. The use of solar energy is increasingly adopted in these remote regions, which will reduce the energy bill. The gray zones suffer from a lack of access to electricity. To meet the challenge, Khalida, a young engineer, managed the team to supply houses but also schools with electricity thanks to solar energy. After having obtained my diploma, I succeeded in installing solar panels. I was very happy to see the joy in the children's eyes when they saw the television for the first time. We had a very low electric voltage. Today, after the installation of these solar panels, electricity is available 24 hours per day. The different solar installations at the primary school level in this gray zone have made it possible to reduce the energy bill. About 5 to 10% of the energy consumption of Tiaret province comes from renewable energies. This high school, currently under construction, will be fully equipped with solar energy, which will reduce the energy bill and protect the environment. Promoting the introduction of solar energies in rural areas will certainly reduce the budget allocated to electricity consumption, but also to protect the environment.
Abroad, units of the Sahrawi People's Liberation Army carried out on Monday new attacks which targeted entrenchments of the Moroccan occupying forces in the regions of Gharara al-Atasa and Raw al-Sibti in the Mahbas sector and Dghan in the area of Al-Bakkari sector. Advanced SPLA detachments also targeted sites of the Moroccan forces sites in the sectors of Drika, Sard and Al-Mahbas, as well as the regions of Taj al-Toulah, Stila Wuld Bukarni and Udi Dumran. Demonstrations in the Moroccan streets continue following the normalization of relations between the Makhzen and the Zionist entity, an alliance considered as a treason by Moroccans. The citizens are determined to continue the mobilization and maintain the pressure on the Moroccan regime until it backs down. Football in the Arab Cup held in Qatar, and as part of the last game in Group D, Algeria and Egypt played to 1-goal draw, and as predicted, the top of the group will be defined under the tiebreaker criteria of the tournament. Let's delve now to the south of the country, more precisely in El Bayid province, to discover the beauty of this region. The story by Rafiq Hamidash and Rania Al-Bahri.
After the success of the tourist destination of Al Jilfa province, the young members of the ANAV Association decided to look for a new destination. This time, the choice was made in Al Bayid region, known for its mesmerizing beauty. The adventure begins mainly in the Al Bayid province. We have many beautiful tourist sites, palaces, valleys, as well as oases, constituting important tourist circuit. Al Bayid is really beautiful. I insist that everyone come to visit this area, which is really an excellent destination. It's a breathtaking place which really remains an excellent destination. In addition to exploring and promoting the new destination, ANAV Association, through its business, aims to inculcate the idea of responsible tourism by encouraging tourists for local consumption. Tourists bring with them everything necessary to stay. We want to develop this tourism and discover another area, visit and buy local handicrafts that are an integral part of this region. Al Bayid region is very rich, offering many natural sights, such as Boussamroun Palace, one of the most charming palaces in the region, and Brazina Oasis, which is distinguished as the most beautiful oasis in Algeria, without forgetting the most wonderful sight, the Rocky Mountains of Al Ghur, a site that invites us to take a break and appreciate the silence.
That was it for our news edition. Thanks for joining us. Good night.